Welcome, everybody, to the Good Dumb Fun Show. If you don't know by now, my name is Josh.
My name is Patrick.
And we are the Good Dumb Fun Show. So,
what's up, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
It's a typical end of the week.
Yeah.
You know? So, I'm trying to think if anything's happened this week. Oh, this is going to be a little rant. I have learned that I just do not do well being patient in crowds. I went to lunch this week, and I go to this place that I almost said office hours. Their opening hours said they opened at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So being on a time crunch, I was like, okay, if I get there at 11, they should be just opening the doors. I'll get in there, get the order first, skedaddle out of there.
Makes sense
I
to
get
me.
there, the doors are locked, everything is closed, and I see that food is starting to be made. So I'm like, but when are they gonna? I stand there and I wait, nothing. And so I'm like, well, I'm on a time crunch, so I'm gonna leave. So I leave. 30 minutes later, my mom texts me, and she's like, hey, did you want me to grab you any food? This place is open. And I'm like, I'll go get it. And I was like, okay. So I went back, got in line. There was a huge line now, and it's a buffet style place. And so I was going to make a plate, cram that baby full, and just skedaddle on out of there. And when I tell you, every single person in line ahead of me was one small scoop.
One small scoop for
I think
me.
One small
scoop for mankind.
I think I want another scoop of that. Did I get silver? No, I forgot my silverware. Let me go back and get my silverware. Okay, got my silverware. Do I want the beans or do I want the broccoli?
And meanwhile, steam is coming
out
of your ears.
Dude, I've got my it's these little styrofoam plates, and you just hear that styrofoam just go. Yeah, dude, I was losing it, and so finally it takes me 20 minutes, and it's 7 people ahead of me. I was like, it should not take this long.
Yeah,
and so as I'm walking out, I'm like, is something wrong with me? I'm like, I should not be.
You got hurry sickness,
this
dude.
mad.
Yeah,
So other than that, nothing interesting.
Have you recovered?
Wife was sick. She has recovered now.
Good.
Fully.
I'm glad she's feeling better.
So I did not get sick.
Good.
Feel good.
Awesome.
I made sure I was taking my vitamins and being real, let's make sure we don't get sick here.
Yeah.
But I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm good. We are almost done with the recovery period for my son's surgery. We're on the very tail end of that.
Good.
This weekend, he seems to be feeling good. He's in good spirits. We've dialed back on the pain meds, and he's doing good with that. So all signs point to full recovery.
Awesome.
And we're hoping that next week will be more of a normal routine, kind of get him back on schedule. And
Great.
I think he'll benefit from that greatly.
And we're back.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. My microphone was about to fall down. But we are back. And anyway, things are good right now in my life. I think, we're just kind of getting through it, getting to the end of it, and ready to get back to normal. So got some other things in the works that I'll probably talk about later, but let's get into it, shall we?
Okay, yeah. We're starting with comments again?
Yeah, we actually got
cool.
a good amount of feedback from some of our recent episodes. So
please be gentle.
Yeah, we'll start off.
Please be gentle with us.
We'll start off with the mailbag. So comments primarily come from YouTube, Instagram, and gooddumbfunshow@gmail.com and SpeakPipe. Hit us up on SpeakPipe, leave a voice message. That's going to be a fun part of the show. And we just need to hear from you. So first one is Micah Olson again. And this is actually, as a general rule, I don't want to just use all of Micah's comments, but he writes in the most.
Yeah.
And he actually provided some good intel here.
Really?
So, so this was in reference to the time episode.
Okay.
And I mentioned that, the calendar used to be 10 months, and I talked about how September is 7, October is 8, and you go to December, Deca means 10, but it's the 12th month of the year. Micah informed us that this was Caesar Augustus's fault. So Caesar Augustus, according to Micah, changed the calendar to add 2 months, July for Julius Caesar,
Nice.
and August for
Augustus.
Caesar Augustus.
Okay.
So there you go. That's how we got to 12 months.
Oh, good for that guy.
Yeah. So
Talk about, man, you want to talk about arrogance with the power to benefit, to back up your arrogance. Like, to just be like, yeah, I've got 2 months after me now. And everybody goes, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I forget, like, there's, like, the Gregorian calendar and the Julian calendar and all this stuff, and I don't know enough about that to get into it, but it makes sense. Skip Talmadge wrote in reference to, I made a comment that he's mad we started this podcast. And he wanted to clarify that he is not mad we started the show. He's mad that we did this whole venture without him. And then he said, get bent. So,
listen,
anyway.
I love Skip, but
we love you, Skip.
Let's be honest. If we set up this and said, hey, let's the three of us meet every week, he would laugh in our face. He'd be like, well, you jokers think I made a time?
Exactly. That's exactly what he would say. But
I love you, Skip.
We do love Skip, and he will be on the show for all the world to experience. Sterling McMichael, 2016 was one of the best years of my life. So weird.
Dude, it was a good year.
Yeah.
Like,
possibly the last year.
There's always jokes about, stuff like that, where they're like, okay, it probably wasn't as good as we make it out to be. It was.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Also, I made a comment about 2008 being a good year for me, and you said it wasn't for you, and I didn't really think much about it until later, and then I realized that was the recession. I was like, yeah, I guess 2008 was not that good of a year for everybody.
Yeah. I also got in trouble with my wife about that episode, the time
Really?
episode. I got home, dude, after the episode aired Monday night. She went, so 2016 was the best year of your life, huh? And I went, I did not say that. I said it was one of, honey.
That's funny.
I love you.
That's funny. We did get, so this one's interesting. John Titor, the internet time traveler, wrote in. I know.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I am watching this episode from the future. I have traveled back in time to see the origins of the Good Dumb Fun Empire, which replaced America in 2053. It is a great honor to converse with the inspiration for our great society where we just have good dumb fun all the time.
Oh, great.
Sometimes I use the Chronovisor to watch you record the podcast episodes live. Sorry I accidentally knocked that box off of Patrick's desk. Keep up the hard work. Our future depends on the Good Dumb Fun show. P.S. Beware of the rise of the toasters in 2027.
That is too funny.
That's good intel. Thanks, John.
Dude, could you, just real quick, could you imagine us doing this in 30 years?
Totally.
Oh, okay. My mind went a completely different direction.
No, we're lucky if we make it to episode 10.
I was like, we would for sure be dead by then.
Oh, yeah.
Or not doing this.
Yeah, or doing this full time. Who knows?
Listen, if you want to support, I love hearing from people.
Yeah.
Like, that might be my favorite part of this show.
Yeah.
Is just hearing all the feedback and stuff.
It is
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
And I liked the speak pipe thing a lot more than I thought I would. So keep those coming.
Yeah, do the speak pipe. Like, if you guys want to, call in, we love that.
It is in the link. There's a link tree in our Instagram bio, but I'm going to try to post the speak pipe link specifically every week. So just keep an eye on our Instagram story. There's also a SpeakPipe link in the show description on whatever you're watching or listening to this on, so check it out there. But we want to hear from you. Last but not least, Micah Olson again. Now, the only reason I'm reading another Micah comment is because this
you
actually...
like this one?
Well, this actually gave us an idea of what to talk about today. Where the other one I just thought was good info from last time. So Micah says, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Also, I am your number one fan. If you could have one superpower, Patrick, what would it be?
Invisibility.
Invisibility. Why? You don't have to say. It does sound suspicious.
That was a joke.
I'm like, it does sound suspicious.
It's like when you Google superpowers on the internet, anybody who picks invisibility
you just automatically
or time
don't trust
freeze
them.
is a bad person. Yeah,
for sure.
That was a bit.
Oh, gotcha.
No. If I could have one superpower, it would have to be, I'm torn, I'm 50-50. I would either want super strength or flight.
Okay.
Those are my two, and I don't know which one I want because flying would be so cool and go wherever you want. whenever you want. And, I'm assuming, like, I'm talking Superman flight, like, just like...
Yeah, full control.
Yeah, full control.
Yeah. Cape
super
flowing
fast.
in the wind.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Same thing with super strength. Like, I'm assuming that I can pick up buildings.
Sure.
And while strength would be really cool, yeah, I think I'm going to go with flying. It's practical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
you'd use it every day.
I would use it every day.
Mm-hmm.
No more car insurance.
Yeah.
No more vehicle payment.
Yeah.
And I could just go wherever I wanted for free.
Yeah. All you would need to get
and
is...
flying is cool. Like, when you look outside of a plane...
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because it's hilarious, as we've talked about, that I'm afraid of heights. But it's different when you're the one in control, though. It's like, because fear is a bodily response. So it's like, if your body knows not to be afraid of something, then you're like, okay, well, I'm not afraid of it. It's like, you're not afraid of standing, like, on a chair.
Right.
Or so it's like
being on the second story of a building.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Well, for you maybe. For me, if I get anything past second story, I start getting a little wobbly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that if my body, like, if it's like a muscle and my body knows that I can fly, I'm assuming that I'd be like, oh, well, I'm not in danger because I can fly.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like why I don't panic
Yeah.
when I'm in the water, because I know I can swim.
Right.
And
so it's like
okay.
if I'm flying and I start falling, I'll just start flying again.
Right.
And then it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I'm not afraid of heights in planes.
Sure.
Like, I can look out the window of a plane and be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's when I'm at a height and I am vulnerable where I could fall off. Ferris wheels.
Sure.
Balconies. Ladders.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Ladders are scary.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Flying would probably be my number one, but just for the sake of saying something different, the closest second that I could come up with is probably like teleportation.
Oh, that'd be
like
so
just
cool.
being able to teleport anywhere, because it's like flying but faster. You're just getting where you want to be. And I always thought, I used to watch like the X-Men cartoons and stuff when I was little, and I always thought like Nightcrawler was super cool. And there was one episode of that like haunts me, where he gets like stuck in the middle of his teleportation, and I'm like, okay, that would be a downside. Like you usually just teleport super fast and you get where you're going, but you don't think about where you are in between. But yeah, me and my cousin Danny, shout out to Danny, we used to we're the same age, so when we were little, we'd be like at our grandparents' house, and we'd go out back and we'd play superheroes, and we'd come up with like our what superpowers we have.
We had the same childhood.
Yeah, I think every boy does.
Yeah, at some point, yeah. You go through your superhero phase.
So it's like, we'd be like, I use my super strength to do this to you. And he's like, oh, well, I dodged it because I have this superpower. And, eventually we're both just like overpowered.
We're both God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just both undefeatable. So then we team up and we fight bad guys together in our imaginations, So, Danny, if you're watching this, I love you. But those are good memories. We used to, I don't know if we named ourselves superheroes. I can't remember all that, but I remember assigning powers to ourselves and carrying out these imaginary battles and stuff. But teleportation would be cool.
Did you ever see the movie Jumper?
Yes.
Yeah?
I remember nothing from it, but I did see it.
It was, when I thought of teleportation as a kid, I was like, oh, that's got to be the cool, which it definitely was not. Like, teleport in and everywhere around you in an immediate vicinity gets blown to smithereens. It's like, okay, that would actually suck quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like you have a superpower, but there's a catch.
Exactly. Oh, dude, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
I used to browse that, forums being like, yeah. I saw one earlier this week that was like, you can get any superpower you want. After you pick your superpower, I'm going to give you a downside. And so the whole comment section was like, invisibility. And the person would respond, okay, you're invisible, but only to people that you like. Stuff like that. Yeah. But, I grew up on the superhero stuff, and I grew up playing a lot of video games. I spent a lot of time in Fantasyland as a kid. I just loved that. Yeah. And
I think every boy, every child really just has that huge imagination.
Yeah.
And, I already see it developing in our 3.5-year-old, not ours. But me and my wife's 3.5-year-old.
You're going to clarify that every episode?
I just don't want anybody to think there's something nefarious going on here.
Yeah, definitely
We're just
not.
friends.
Yeah.
But
We're not 6 feet apart, though.
that's true. Anyway, I think that every child to some extent goes through that phase. Like I have memories of like even in junior high school carrying out these like imaginary things with like action figures, and whether it be like Legos or GI Joes or whatever, like there's just this imaginary land in my head and I'm just carrying out their existence,
I do that now.
Yeah.
I will literally be leaving work and I go, what if I just like Super Hulk jumped out of here right now? How cool would that be?
That'd be really cool, first of all.
Yeah.
So did you have anything else you wanted to add, or we actually thought through some superpowers with a catch scenarios to present to each other, but if you had anything else to add.
Real quick, because I was thinking about superhero movies. Do you remember the first superhero movie you watched where you were like, this is insane?
I think it was one of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Nice.
I saw it in theaters, and I remember at the end of the movie, my feet were kind of sticking to the floor.
Yeah.
Because of how disgusting movie theaters are. But in my mind, I'm like Spider-Man, right? Because I'm like, I have I have the sticky powers.
You're like, it's me.
It's happening to me.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think it was one of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. And I'm sure I saw one before that. I don't know what it would have been. That's the furthest back I can think. What about you?
I grew up watching all that sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. But the one that sticks out to me where I was like, I want to be a real-life superhero was Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
The first Iron Man came out, and I was like, I am going to be Iron Man. Mm-hmm. Like, I literally went home from the movie theater that day and was, like, in a literal childish, like, on a sketch pad, like literally just me drawing my own Iron Man suit, and was like, my dad builds houses. He could probably build this.
He could build this.
And so I went to my dad and was like, Dad, how much would it cost to build my version of Iron Man? And I was like, it doesn't fly. I saved you a lot of money. It doesn't fly.
There's
I don't
no
need
Jarvis.
To fly. Yeah, but I was like, but I had this idea, and he's just looking at it, and he was like, when you're older, we'll work on it.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we'll save up, we'll start saving some money, and when you're older, we'll work
Classic
on it.
dad answer.
And in retrospect, I was like, oh, that was a slick response, Dad.
Because then now you got some money saved to go, spend
and in
it
my
on what
kid
you want.
brain, I just go draw some more, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 18 and I get to be Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then So he completely, while not crushing the dream, but subverting it where he's like, I really don't want to have to explain to this child for hours why we can't build an Iron Man suit.
And then you turn 18 and you're spending your Iron Man fund on gas.
I'm like, Dad, can I see that Iron Man money?
Oh, that's funny.
But hypothetical, what would you do in this situation scenarios? I picked two.
Yeah, okay.
I picked one where you get what you want, and then I picked one where you're not going to get what you want.
Okay. Yeah, hit me, because I've got a few written down, and so I'll make sure I don't use the same powers you did.
So I think I know your answer for this one.
Okay.
But because this would mess with your family.
Okay.
But this is the
I don't like that.
Yeah. A secret organization is going to pay you $1 million to be a lab subject to study superpowers, and you'll get a random superpower. The downside is they're going to study you in this lab. You cannot leave for 5 years.
No. I could do 5 days.
Anything after 5 days?
I think I can tell.
You're like, bro,
Yeah.
my wife is going to be so mad if
Yeah.
you guys don't get me home in the next.
It's not even that. Like, whether or not.
Yeah, you'd miss your kids.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm not going to miss 5 years of my life with my family. Like 5 days, I can be like, all right, it's $1 million. Like, this is worth it.
Yeah.
Like, we would talk
Setting
about
up
it.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, let's.
Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah, I got this,
Yeah.
5 years is too much. If it was $100 million, 5 years is too much.
Now imagine you do like Courtney's like,
what it would take.
we'll fix that.
It's fine. This is a family show.
No, I was going to say, imagine that you do decide to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the 5 years, you get one that you like don't even want or think is lame. Like you get like, you become like Rubber Man. Like you're like,
I'm just like
they're
super flexible.
At the end, they're like, you can stretch your arm like you can stretch your limbs.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad.
Yeah, I'd be
dude.
like, refund, please. Yeah. No, I think it would honestly, like, I just wouldn't want to do that. I think
It'd be a time thing.
I think Courtney would literally need to black bag me and throw me in the van herself for me to be gone for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, it would just need to be.
But like, what about since it's primarily the time thing? What if it was like 6 months?
I don't know.
It really depends.
We'd have to talk about it.
We got to get the wives on the podcast.
We'd have to do
like,
some family planning.
We'll put them in the booth.
And Courtney may be screaming into her headphones right now and being like, "Do it! Take the money!
Take the money!"
Yeah. But no, I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. Even 6 months. That's a long time.
You want me to do my other one, or you want a hopscotch?
I'll hit you back.
All right.
Okay. So your superpower is you can fly,
Sick.
but birds do not like it at all. And any bird will attack you on sight.
I'll do it.
Constantly.
100%.
Anytime a bird sees you.
Anytime I fly,
They
or
are
just in general?
Anytime you fly.
Okay.
If a bird sees you, they are fuming. They do not like that you're
I'll
doing
get rid of
this.
all the birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Patrick has this delusion where he believes he can take any animal in a fight. And
I really thought we were going to get a lot farther.
We're not
going to
get into it.
This topic brought up. No, you started it.
We're not going to get into it today.
Oh yeah, we are. We are right now.
No,
for sure.
We're not getting into. We can spend some time on this.
I can do it.
We can spend some time on this. We got other stuff to talk about today. We'll do like an animal fights episode. But
we're gonna make a whole episode just for that.
Yeah, dude. But I just wanted
Animal Kingdom.
I just wanted to clarify why I said I thought you'd say that. But okay, your turn.
For the record, I'll piece up any animal. Put me in the cage, coach. So my funnier one is that I found. You can have any superpower, but you cannot use it to become a superhero, supervillain, commit fraud, or directly create wealth. So basically, you can pick a low-tier superpower.
A low-tier superpower.
Yeah.
So you can't create wealth as a direct response to the superpower?
Yeah. You cannot use the superpower to create wealth.
So if my superpower was like math genius, I couldn't like...
You couldn't solve math for money.
I couldn't like hit the stocks and make... Okay. What if my superpower was like, you know, a can-do attitude and a good work ethic, and I just like got a good job, you know?
You could do that.
And made some money that way. Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom what that would be. So like let's say I can teleport, but I can't, I'm just using it functionally.
Yeah.
I'm just teleporting to work. And,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't use it for any direct financial gain, and you can't do it to dominate or attempt to dominate
humanity
or the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Either good or bad.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of in my supervillain arc because, and you tell me if you would consider me a supervillain by making this.
Okay.
My superpower would be that I make anyone in a 6-foot radius of me have a headache until they left that 6-foot radius.
On command or just constantly?
Oh, it would be permanent. Yeah.
So I would have a headache right now.
Yeah.
That's villainous.
But would that be considered, if you were the hypothetical guy, would you say that's too villainous?
I would think so. Because it's so, you would just be repulsive.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would stay around. Like, I think you'd get lonely. I'm going to be honest.
Eventually?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think if you
I'm
could
still
do it,
riding off the anger of that, being around all those people.
I think if you could do it on command, that'd be
okay. That'd
probably
be acceptable.
Probably still
but
villainous.
Still villainous. Okay.
Because then you'd be targeting it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
think that's villainous.
It really enlightened people who know me like you, like, because one day you're just around me and we're doing this, and like halfway through the pod you get a headache.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay,
I'm like,
dude.
okay, I'll get out. I know when I'm not wanted. Okay, the other one, I actually have a few. I can just read them off that I thought were funny, but I'm going to hit you with this one to actually answer. Your power is time travel.
Okay.
We'll call back to the time episode.
Sweet.
But every time you time travel, you arrive holding a live chicken, and you need to have that chicken with you to return back to the present.
Oh, that's so scary. That's a dangerous game.
And it's a live
dude.
chicken,
Yeah.
so you got to keep that thing on you. Whatever you're doing, you got to have that chicken with you.
I don't know if I'd take it, dude. That's so scary because See, the thing, and you know me, so you know how, like, anxious I am about, like, getting lost or, like, getting stuck or things like that. There's no way I could do that.
You just got to keep the chicken with you.
But I'd be miserable the entire time. I would be so anxious and so upset and so fearful the whole time. We wouldn't even step out of the time machine. Like, you could have the butler there holding the chicken, like, time chicken, sir? And I would just stare at that chicken and be like, do I really want to go check out the future right now?
You're like, I can't. You'd lose the chicken.
Yeah, I would be so scared.
Yeah, you're going to, like, listen to Alexander the Great or Abraham Lincoln or somebody deliver a speech, and they're just like,
oh, dude, in the future, it wouldn't be near as bad. In the past, let's say you accidentally end up in the past somewhere, and you end up in, like, a blight-starved village, and they see you walk out, and they see a chicken in your hands, dude. They would murder me for that chicken.
So you mentioned super strength. Here was my catch for super strength.
Okay.
Whenever you use your super strength, your emotions leak out physically. Like tears, laughter, rage,
That's really
joy.
Good.
And you can't control how or when it happens. So you're very strong, but you're highly emotional whenever you use your super strength. So you're just like sobbing anytime you like pick up you lift a car off.
Basically, I'm cutting that out.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
Clap. Okay, mind reading.
Ooh.
You can read minds.
Power.
You can read minds on command, so you can turn it on and off, so you're not like overwhelming yourself.
Okay.
But while you can hear anyone's thoughts, they're entirely in Spanish. So you'd have to learn a new language for it to be useful.
I feel like that would be worth the effort, though.
Okay.
You know, because you'd be like, okay, I can read minds. Now I just got to take a few years to learn Spanish.
Right.
And the more you learn, as you learn, it becomes more useful.
That's true. Use it or lose it.
You know, you learn as you're learning words. You're like, okay, and you start catching every fifth word, every fourth word. Now you've learned the common sentences. You know, like
you're reading someone's mind, and you're like, baño. Okay. Oh yeah. Good luck, guy.
El pollo loco.
Last one. You can teleport anywhere on command, but you immediately vomit violently upon arrival. Every time.
I would take that one. I could do that because not only do you get where you're going, you make an entrance. You have a story.
That's true. And everybody around you has a story.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Like this guy just appeared out of nowhere and puked all over.
This is fun because, like, when you think about, you know, like superheroes, when you think about superheroes and supervillains, they always elicit some kind of response with what they're doing. You know, you think of, most of the time you think of like middle ground superheroes, like you're thinking of like Spider-Man, you're thinking of Iron Man, or you're thinking all these cool attributes, and then you get to the ones that are just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Superman.
Superman is overpowered.
Superman's ridiculous.
To the point where, no offense, I know Superman, the movie just came out. Superman is so boring to me. Yeah. Because, like, I know there's kryptonite or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so boring to just win all the time. And, like, he gets in danger and you're just not even really worried about it because you're like, he's Superman, he'll get out of it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think to some extent you know that about any superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like, the hero's going to get out of it.
Most of the time.
That's how stories work.
Now, quick question about Superman. Were you ever into comics or anything like that?
No, really. I liked the idea of the characters, but I was never like a comic book collector or reader. Like, I liked the TV shows, the cartoons, the movies. But I never had any comic books.
Because Superman particularly, because I'm a big Superman fan, you know, most of the time, like, he's really just most of the time in the Superman we think of, he's a literary device.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily who he is as a character, as more of how does this unstoppable, omnipotent thing interact with the story around it.
Right.
And I always find that as a fascinating, like, let's focus less on the fact that he's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And let's focus on how would a omnipotent alien, you know those kind of things. Like Man of Steel is a great movie.
Yeah.
But
they are good movies.
Have you heard of?
They're fun.
Have you heard of Cosmic Armor Superman?
No, and I know there's different types of Superman. Like, I'm sure there's nerds screaming in their headphones right now. No offense, nerds. That are saying like, well, what about this comic book version of Superman where he's not that overpowered? And I'm like, I'm just talking about Superman in general as a character.
I'll leave Cosmic Armor Superman alone.
No, and I'm not like, I understand there's different types of these heroes. So what I'm referring to is the idea of Superman. Like, Superman is overpowered. I know there's different versions of him where he's not quite so overpowered. I understand that most of the time the foes he's up against, like his enemies, are equally as overpowered as he is, so that makes it interesting. Yeah. Like, like, Man of Steel was a fun movie, but the idea, like, Superman as a hero probably is not even in my top 5. Like, if I had to pick my favorite superheroes, you know. But tell me about Cosmic Armor Superman.
Cosmic Armor Superman is basically like, you know, because superhero stuff, you get into the multiverse and all this other crazy stuff. But Cosmic Armor Superman was basically the highest realm of existence. Mm-hmm. He's in essentially what we would think is like the spiritual realm. He's like that level of like, he just vibes in the spiritual realm.
Like achieved
and he's
divinity.
Literally, he's basically God. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, is there some universal threat that I don't know how to beat? I'll just adapt to it and beat it.
Yeah.
And how about Cosmic Armor Superman.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like the idea that you're talking about, the idea of Superman, that's what Cosmic Armor Superman is. It's like when I was thinking of the most overpowered superheroes I could think of.
Yeah,
it sounds like, oh, well, Cosmic Armor Superman's got to be one of the most overpowered ones ever.
I've never heard of Cosmic Armor Superman, but it sounds like that's a parody version of Superman.
Yeah.
You know? Like, where they're just like making fun of how overpowered he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked up some of the like most overpowered superheroes. I put Superman at number 1. He wasn't number 1 on the list, but that's like the number 1 on the list. I'm like, I've never heard of any of these until I got to like number 6.
Stuff,
Exactly. So I'm like, as far as like what people may have heard of, I put Superman at number 1. You know, he has near limitless strength, speed, flight, heat vision, freeze breath, invulnerability, X-ray vision, super hearing. Like, the list goes on.
He's just crazy.
It's like me and my cousin making up powers where we're like, oh yeah, well I have this, and he's like, oh well I parried with this. Yeah. You know, so it's like, you know, that's just kind of how I think of Superman, but he's just like virtually unbeatable. The next one was from The Watchmen. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know about The Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
I know about Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. So after a nuclear accident, John Osterman became a quantum god who could disassemble matter, teleport across galaxies, and exist across time simultaneously. That definitely sounds overpowered.
You want to know a fun fact about Dr. Manhattan?
Sure.
Is arguably his strongest feat that is still going to this day, which is hilarious because people say that like the greatest thing Dr. Manhattan did is he's still doing it because he created the New 52 universe. Do you know what New 52 is? It's a comic line. It's a literal like Superman, Flash, like the whole comic universe. Mm-hmm. He made it. Like he did this thing and then it became New 52. Okay. And so, and New 52, as far as I'm aware, is still going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he just created this comic book line.
That's fun.
IRL.
Yeah. So it's like,
he's just like, I'll just, you know, do what I want.
Yeah. I'll just continue this forever.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And then I found one that was like an anime character I've not heard of, but Saitama.
Yeah, One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. Yeah, a satirical hero who trained so hard he became unstoppable. He can defeat anything with a single punch. He's meant to parody power scaling in anime, but ironically became one of the strongest fictional characters.
Yeah, because the whole thing with One Punch Man, you should watch it, by the way. It's a really good show. Basically, in the One Punch Man universe, human beings have what you would call a limiter, which it means that every human has a potential they can reach, and they cannot go beyond that.
Like a car.
Okay. Yeah. You can only go this fast.
Yeah.
But Saitama, his whole shtick was it's in a world of superheroes. Like it's it's a job. And he wanted to be a superhero, but he originally was in this dead-end office job, and he's like, my life sucks. I should kill myself, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And basically he comes across this monster that's about to kill this kid, and he defeats the monster through just grit and saves this kid. And he goes, I'm going to be a hero. And he was like, but what do I do? And what he proceeded to do was he did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and a 10-mile run every day. And he does that for years. And he removed his limiter.
Wow.
Or found out he didn't have a limiter. He doesn't know that. This is behind the scenes stuff.
Right, yeah.
But basically, that made him to the point where now he gets to where he just one punches every threat. And he's similar to Superman, where like he's a literary device. Like you know for a fact that nothing can beat him, and it's just they're building all these characters around him.
Gotcha.
That you're invested in, and then they deceive you every time they build up a threat. They spend a whole season building up a threat, and you go, "Is this the one that's going to make him take more than one punch?" And it never happens, dude. It's always one punch, dude.
That's funny.
And yeah, he's awesome though.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
So
I'll send you a clip after this.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch the clip. It's funny talking about like the overpowered superheroes, because I think those are the ones we think about. Like when you think about a superhero, you think of like these overpowered, like humanoid looking people that
you think of Superman, or even Batman. You think of Flash. You think of
exactly.
All that. Yeah.
But what I thought was funny is I looked up the most underpowered superheroes just to see what would come up, and it turns out there are fun.
Before you read this,
yes,
when I think of underpowered superheroes, I'm just gonna say what I think first.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like Black Widow or Hawkeye.
Yeah, or even Batman.
Or like, Micah is going to be heated after this one. Daredevil comes to me as an underpowered superhero because he's literally just a random guy.
Just a blind guy.
Who can hear really well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I thought of Batman, and Batman wasn't even on the list. And I guess it's because he has so much like firepower and he's super smart.
I would move him up because he's basically a freak with how smart he is.
Right. But I think, so what I was thinking is superheroes without superpowers.
Or superpowers that like suck.
Right.
Okay.
But what I found was a list of superheroes who just had really underwhelming superpowers.
Okay.
So the number one on the list was Matter Eater Lad. This is a
what
DC.
What a horrible name.
Yeah.
You couldn't have come up with something else?
Matter Eater Lad. He's a DC character. He can eat anything, literally. Metal, stone, energy weapons. And it's a useful power in exactly one kind of situation where he can eat the thing he needs to eat. Otherwise, not really helpful.
He can't like unhinge his jaw or anything, right? Or like he doesn't open
anything.
Like a black hole. He just has to eat it like a normal person.
I think so. I didn't.
That does suck.
Yeah, I didn't look any further into this. It just says that's what his power is.
If he's a criminal, that's pretty good. You eat through the bars.
So this says his claim to fame is he once saved the universe by eating an indestructible weapon that was going to be used to destroy the universe.
So he did save the world.
And he ate it.
Or the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he ate it.
Well, he's got a dub.
So good for him.
Yeah, he's got a win. It's not too bad.
Number 2, Arm Fall Off Boy. You may be wondering, what can he do? And let me tell you, he can detach his arms.
Me.
Arm Fall Off Boy can detach his arms and use them as clubs.
Dude, you about killed me with that one, dude.
So he takes off his arms and he hits people with them. That's it. That's what he does. And then finally, that was also a DC character.
That's awesome.
Finally, a Marvel character, Squirrel Girl.
Okay, dude.
She can talk to squirrels and has other squirrel-like abilities.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I could give her the benefit of the doubt. If she has squirrel-like abilities, like is she agile?
Probably.
If she could, like, because if she can, like,
climb really fast.
Or, like, jump.
Or maybe even, like, flying squirrel, like, glide somewhere.
Glide? Yeah, dude. Okay. I'd give Squirrel Girl the benefit of the doubt.
I'm just saying.
I don't think they're going to give her a movie.
Right.
Hear me out.
Right.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're not going to spend $500 million to make Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
However,
we needed an Arm Fall Off Boy movie first.
We could make that movie.
But I'm just saying, if you can talk to squirrels, like, what kind of intel are you getting from a squirrel? Like, what's a squirrel going to...
Yeah, there's no point in talking to the squirrels unless you use them as a distraction.
She can communicate with them somehow, I guess. But
all the other stuff I can get behind, like squirrel-like abilities, I can get behind that. But the talking to squirrels doesn't help you much.
Yeah. So, obviously, Arm Fall Off Boy...
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
But if you had to come up with your own superhero, like Stan Lee calls you tomorrow, rest in peace, and he says, I need a new comic book line.
Yeah.
And I want you to come up with it.
Yeah.
And then I'll fund it.
Yeah.
And all I need from you is the hero, maybe a little bit about the backstory, general information that I can use, and then I'll run with it. and it'll be a Patrick Smith comic book line made by Marvel.
Yeah.
What would you send to Stan Lee?
Now, I don't know if this has been made before. If it has not been made, 100% someone is going to steal this off the internet.
Okay.
Are you ready for my superhero's name?
Yeah.
His name is Power Nap.
Power Nap.
Are you ready for the backstory?
Okay.
So, Derek Drowsington, just regular guy, mid-30s, nothing going on in his life. No prospects, no career, no love interest, nothing, no aspirations, nothing. He's just a guy who plays video games all the time and just is an unhealthy, regular dude. So one day, he's grinding out his usual, playing his video games, through the night. And he's got all these energy drinks, cans around him. Just imagine just filth.
Yeah.
Like he's just a sloppy dude.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to, finish this level. And he goes to his fridge and he grabs his last energy drink.
Okay.
What he doesn't know is that energy drink had been expired since 1998.
Okay.
Radioactive energy drink.
Oh, no.
Cracks it open, drinks it, falls asleep playing his video game. When
it's the opposite effect that you want.
When he falls asleep, the chemicals in his body, whatever it does that makes you fall asleep and just keeps you asleep, mixes with that radioactive energy drink.
Okay.
And it rewires his body and his brain to where now he can only dream about being a superhero, and he becomes a superhero while he's asleep in real life. So he's sleep heroes, like sleepwalking.
Oh, okay.
He's sleep heroes. He's got super strength, super speed, and super durability, but only when he's asleep.
And he misses all of it.
Exactly.
Because he's dreaming
So
about
he falls
something
asleep.
else.
He basically falls asleep, becomes Superman, sort of. Not that crazy. But yeah, falls asleep, becomes a superhero, fights crime, and then wakes up wherever he wakes up.
Yeah.
Because he's, he'll just wake up and he's in a crater.
Yeah.
He's like,
what happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
And he has no idea. So it's not like he one day is like, I've got super strength. It's only when he's asleep. And
I feel like he'd see himself on the news eventually.
Oh, you would know instantly. The first night you wake up and you're across the city. Like if he's in Gotham.
He's like, I thought I was just sleepwalking.
Yeah, he wakes up halfway across Gotham covered in blood. And there's broken criminals around him. And they're like,
so this is a DC
help
comic.
me. Oh, my leg. And
Not Power Nap Boy. Or what was his name? Power Nap.
Power Nap.
Okay, sorry.
The tagline for this is the city sleeps soundly, because he does too.
That's great. That's great.
So have no idea if somebody has already had that idea or not.
I doubt it.
But if so, hey, listen.
And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
DC
saying
Marvel,
that's
get
unique.
at me, dude.
Yeah,
we could get at least 3 seasons out of that guy.
Yeah. Power Nap.
Yeah.
And then maybe
come up with a catchier name.
Yeah, arm fall off boy makes an appearance.
Yeah,
every now
dude,
and
we
then.
get a collab.
Yeah.
We'll get him on we'll get him on one of those other comic book TV shows, like The Flash on CW.
What would be cool is once he realizes what's happening, he like if the city's ever in danger, he's got to go to bed.
It's like
he sees his
go to sleep, go to sleep.
He sees the batarang in the sky or whatever. Whatever his
It's
version
a
of that
pillow.
is. Yeah. And he's like, I got to go to sleep. He's just cramming melatonin, trying to fall asleep, drinking Z-Quil. He's like, the city needs me.
I like the idea of he never figures it out because they never catch him like Batman. They're like, some guy is out here just beating criminals to a pulp. And he's like, I don't know why I keep waking up in the slums.
Yeah. Just
he wakes up in a gutter somewhere and he's like, where am I?
Yeah.
And then he's got to deal with if he falls asleep and you're in a slum somewhere and he wakes up and there's criminals and he's like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Or
you see there's a cut scene to one of the criminals doing his interrogation at the police station. And they're like, can you describe the man who did that? And he's like, his eyes were closed the whole time. Yeah. He never looked at me once. What's his eye color? I don't know. He never opened them.
Yeah, he was in pajamas.
Yeah. Oh,
so that's what I had.
That's funny. So what I came up with, and I'll end with the name.
Okay.
But so Dr. Leona Serrano, world-renowned paleontologist, is in Trinidad at a excavation site tar pit, a lot of dinosaurs, like bones and stuff are in there. She discovers, accidentally, she stumbles upon a nearby cave. So everybody knows about the tar pit in Trinidad, but nobody had discovered this cave before. So she is literally breaking ground on something nobody's ever seen before since prehistoric times. She goes down in the cave. While she's down there, she finds an underground, additional, larger tar pit. Stay with me. So she is like, okay, this is, research that's never been done before. I need to get my colleagues on this. But while she's down there, there's an earthquake. She falls into the tar pit.
Oh, no.
I know.
She's dead.
She's
got to be.
That's what she thought. But she falls into the tar pit. The earthquake broke the boundary in time. And she fell into prehistoric times. Okay?
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
A lot of details still to work out about what happened
Storyboard.
there. But she comes back, somehow comes back to the present, gets out of the tar pit, and, tells her colleagues what happened. But then she finds out that tar pit that she fell into gave her, like, super abilities to not only travel back and forth between prehistoric times and now, but also she can, on command, have a tar pit break out. Stay with me. So what she does to fight crime. So now she's got some superpowers, and so now she's fighting crime. Her paleontology career is behind her now.
Yeah.
Like she's on to better things.
I got to be a superhero.
So what she does is, on command, she can summon a tar pit that a dinosaur will spawn out of, right? And so she uses, and the dinosaurs trust her. So she uses dinosaurs to fight crime.
Oh, wait, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she's a female lead. I'm always saying there needs to be more female superheroes. So I'm trying to, our female audience probably turned this off a long time ago. But trying to keep them engaged.
Yeah.
Because superhero stuff doesn't always interest everybody. But anyway, so female lead.
Okay.
Dr. Leona Serrano, paleontologist, dinosaur crime fighter.
Oh, that is not where I thought you were
and
going
she
with
is
that.
known as the Black Tar Heroine. With an E. Heroin with an E. Anyway.
What a great superhero.
I couldn't think of
Get
a better
us
name.
a budget, please. Somebody.
Let's get a comic book
Dude.
going.
Oh, listen, I thought you were going to go I thought I had you already written down. I was like, okay, she's going to come out of the tar pit and shoot tar out of her fingers or something.
No.
Did not expect the resurrection of dinosaurs.
She can summon dinosaurs on command to do her bidding for her and fight crime. Yeah. The Black Tar Heroine with an E.
And that's a depending on how you want to like go with it, she could be a mid-tier superhero or a high-tier superhero.
That's
because
true.
the dinosaurs is like, okay, well, if anybody can beat a T-Rex, then she loses. But the time travel,
She'll just keep them coming.
she'll just if there's a bad guy she can't beat, she's just gonna go back in time until that person's like a baby or before they exist and just ixnay him like a time traveler.
I didn't think about that.
So it's like that's her backup card.
Yeah.
Her best superpower is her trump card. She's like, well, in the case that the dinosaur doesn't thing work,
but then she's got to
doesn't
go.
work out.
Then she's got to go back in the tar pit.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
gotta,
but if it's a universe-ending threat,
So that cave she found in Trinidad is like her lair now. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't think about a lair
Yeah.
for my guy.
I didn't think. I
He's
just
in
thought of
bed,
that. I just thought of this right now.
Every episode ends with him climbing back in bed.
Yeah.
But dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah. We do need to wrap up, but what we were talking about earlier about the superpowers with the catch.
Yeah.
Did you know there's a game built on that idea? It's called Super Fight.
Super Fight. I've never heard of that.
It's a apples to apples style game.
Oh,
so you got to
okay.
have a group
Cool.
of people, and then one of you's the judge. And basically, what you do is you draw a white card and a black card, and one of them's the superpower,
Okay.
one of them's the catch.
Okay.
And sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative. But then you have to like basically debate amongst yourselves about who would win in a fight. And then
we got to play that.
And then the judge decides who wins.
We got to play that.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I have it right here.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And we don't have time to like play it right now, but just to give you an example, super fight. So if you drew a white card and then you drew a black card, that is your scenario that you have to work with.
Wait, so the white card is what?
I think the white card is the character card, and then the black card is the either the superpower or the catch or whatever. So what'd you draw?
I drew a bull. It just says bull.
A bull.
So
okay.
a physical bull.
Yeah.
Everything they touch turns to hummus.
Nice.
I don't think I'm going to... I mean, other than the bull goring you, I guess.
The more I think about that, the bull is overpowered.
Yeah.
Everything the bull touches turns to hummus.
Yeah. If he hits you, you're dead.
You're screwed because you're hummus.
He's the one-punch man of bulls.
That is like the trump card.
I didn't think about
of the whole game. If everything turns to hummus.
Yeah.
Because now we're walking in hummus.
It's kind of like Doomsday now that I think about it. Like, there's nothing you could do to stop the bull other than shoot it, I guess.
Okay, I drew a literally insane clown posse.
Okay.
And they all have 2 extra arms.
That's horrifying. That's a horror movie.
So we will have to play this game at some point.
The bull wins for sure, by the way.
The bull wins.
Yeah, because it's just going to hit you. Everything turns to hummus.
Yeah, what are you going to do with your what are you going to do with your 2 extra arms if everything's hummus?
What are you going to do with your 2 arms if you're hummus?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're going to definitely have to play that with Micah.
Yeah. So, Super Fight, it's a fun game. Check it out, but we can play with that later. No. But I respect them.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, brought to you by Super Fight. But anyway, this was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Man.
So I don't have anything else to say to you.
No.
Okay, great. Well,
I'm waiting for my superpowers to get sent in the mail.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get.
I'll catch you in the skies, brother.
Yeah. Or you'll be the power nap guy.
Oh yeah, that's true. You'll see me when I go to sleep tonight.
Yeah. Well, good question, Micah. That was a fun conversation. For those of you that stuck with us through the technical difficulties, thank you.
Oh,
a lot of that's going to be edited out.
I don't know how much we're going to leave it. Yeah. We might leave some in, but that was a nightmare.
Yeah, we had some problems. But thank you, as always, for being with us. Follow us at Good Dumb Fun. Email us at gooddumbfunshow@gmail.com. Hit us up on SpeakPipe in the link in the description.
Yeah, please leave a message for us. We love to talk with you guys.
Yep, and tell your good dumb friends about us. I've been Josh.
And I've been Patrick.
And we have been the Good Dumb Fun Show.
All right, let's get these stupid mics out of here, dude.
I'm quitting this podcast.